face the sun, 'cause you're gonna get burned. Yeah, you're gonna get burned.
Hi guys, it's me again. As you might hear from the sound of my voice, this sounds like an apology video. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I wish it was. I really wish it was. But after the fact that my video just what I predicted to be yeeted into the ethereal net, never to be seen by public eyes again, well, seems as though that over the past week, that especially over the past few days, that I had learned about what's been going on here in the United States. Especially when it came to the things that have been going around. VTubers getting lambasted by quote-unquote woke people, which I later found out was caused by a certain organization that has, weaponized religion against an innocent VTuber. We have a streaming service who somehow cowered in fear to somebody who shouldn't even be in there, probably. And mind you, this is not an my last video was not an accusation to the streaming service in question, but rather who is not supposed to be in there. And then we got governments saying, well, we want everybody's ID so that everybody could dox each other. It kind of reminds you of a certain movie, right? Where for 24 hours, crime is all legit, right? It's disgusting. It's despicable. It sickens me every single time I think about when I did that live stream and found out certain things from yesterday's video, which, of course, is lost to the Ethernet now. That with all this chaos that's going around, with everything that I've put out there, because I'm not like other VTubers. I really am not. I'm a smaller VTuber, sure. I don't do entertainment. I don't go ee-hee, ooh-woo kind of thing. I don't just play video games. I'm not just a trans individual. Yeah, I just came out of it. I'm not just a trans individual. I don't go out of my way to needlessly lambaste every single freaking individual. You want to know why I don't do that? Because there's bigger fish to fry. There is really bigger fish to fry. And while I could sit here and grandstand my viewpoints to every single individual to prove themselves that they're wrong, I realized something. That everybody is a freaking potential victim of something. Of something bigger. And over the past few days, we all found out that there's actually a bigger entity. It just came a little bit too late for us to really do anything about that. A lot of people have been warning. I've said this in one of my previous videos. A lot of us kept warning. A lot of us kept doing all this stuff. A lot of us kept voicing our concerns that this thing was going to end up happening. Through online social media posts, through everything. Yet everybody was clueless as to what the hell was going on. But I was paying attention. And over the past few days, we saw who the monster really was. We're seeing firsthand who are the people behind everything that caused this discourse. You want to know about woke culture? You want to know the who's been behind all this woke culture nonsense? It's the people that are controlling the government. You think Lily Tino? You think people would actually end up promoting people like Lily Tino, like Dylan Mulvaney, Jeffrey Marsh, Chris Chan, just out of the blue like that, in order to ridicule the entire trans community and maybe the entire LGBT community? No, that's just not the way it works. There are people, evil people in play, that push those people out. Not because they don't have anything better to do. Not because they're just a bunch of Karens, like Asmongold keeps saying. No, these are people that believe that they hold the moral grandstand. These are people believe that everybody else but themselves is completely evil. Yet time and time again, I have always said this on my channel. Time and time again. I probably should say this more often. But time and time again, I will say this. The light always blinds you from the darkness beneath. I'm pretty damn sure that the previous Pope, was it Pope Francis? He probably thought that this organization of religious practitioners, if you can see my air quotes, was a disgrace to the entire Catholic community. I do not doubt at some point that he said that. Because they're too afraid to be humbled. They're too afraid to get tarnished. They want to think that everybody in this entire United States is an impure soul, and that they have the power and that they have the right to impose their supposed religious beliefs onto, or what they deemed to be morally grandstandingly correct, in order to convert people, divide and conquer. They've been doing this for years. And I'm not holding it against anybody who hasn't even seen this. No. I'm not holding this against anybody. Everybody is an innocent, pure soul who just happens to get entrapped by all of these people. Yet for those of us who walk in the valley of the shadow of death, willfully, I might add, are more in tune with what's going on. I choose to use this platform to make sure that everybody knows what the hell is going on. Even some people who claim that they know a lot. But the fact of the majority of the time is that not everybody knows everything. But there's a difference between some of the content creators on this platform and others who are like myself, that willfully go to war with these people. We plunge ourselves against these people. We make damn sure that these people are exposed to everybody. And I guarantee you, some people are even afraid to go up against these people. Even though they do the same thing, they don't go as far as I can. They can have all the money in the world. They can have all the litigation in the world. But nothing could fill the void in their heart that they know that what I've been through, they're too afraid. Fear drives them. And even though that I'm afraid to some extent, I'm less afraid of going up against anybody like the organization in question. Because they're weaklings. They're hoping that converting people into their ideology will grant them the gates, entrance to the spiritual world. Sounds crazy, I know it does. But that's what they do. Yet I'm here to tell them, from my life experience, I'm here to tell you that you won't even get close. Between you and me, I'm still alive. Yet I've gotten closer than any of you will in your entire life. And this might sound even crazier, but I've been through pretty damn close calls to death. Even at death's doorstep. And every time, I got closer and closer. Till one day, not only did I hear God's voice, I also felt the forgiving hand of Jesus Christ. And not only that, I felt the hellish gaze of the devil herself. So I know they exist. I've heard them. I felt them. And it's unfortunate that you, the people who think that they are high and mighty, are given authority. No, you're not. You're pathetic. You're puny. You're a disgrace. From now on, I'm going to keep on doing what I need to do. At some point in time, I would like to have a little bit of fun. But if you keep getting in my way, you're going to hear from me. If you keep getting in the way of innocent people, you're going to hear from me. You're disgusting, despicable human beings. And you should be shunned by the entire human race. Requiescat de pace.